Alright, so we're going to start with Torch, who is our fire core Skylander here.
Fire it up!
She's a great character. You can actually see that she is a blacksmith, and she uses her bellows as a flamethrower. But what's really cool is that her hair itself is also on fire, and she'll use that to whip around attacking enemies. So a really, really neat character, very unique, and just a great, great character. And so from her, I'm going to continue on with the core Skylanders, and I'm going to bring in Chopper. He's a little dino with a gyro exosuit, and we're going to put him on.
Dynamite!
And so Chopper's pretty awesome because not only can he run around, but he can actually fly. And so this allows him to fly over, oncoming obstacles at a ground level, and he can attack while flying. So he actually shoots out these rockets to attack enemies. But one of my favorite things that he can do is charge forward with his helicopter and actually yell out a big roar to attack enemies. So he's a little dino with a big bite. It's pretty kind of fun. It's really fun. Alright. From there, we're going to go to one of our starter pack characters. We're going to go to Food Fight here. And he is a fun veggie Skylander. He's actually an artichoke.
Eat this!
And he has a cannon that will launch tomatoes, and as well as a explosive zucchini launcher as well, which he'll use. But he can also plant himself, leaving behind explosive artichokes to take out enemies as well. And so from him, we're going to move on to the Trap Masters, and I'm going to start with the Trap Masters that we're revealing for the first time here at E3. So we're going to start with Krypt King, an Undead Trap Master. So you can see him go on the portal.
I've got the edge.
And so he's got this massive traptanium sword. And what's really cool is that in addition to him just controlling the sword, he can actually kind of possess it. And you'll see you can control it as it flies around, and you can attack with it remotely.
Hate to cut and run.
So very, very neat character, and that flying sword attack is very, very effective. Then the other Skylander that we're revealing at E3, this is the Trap Master Jawbreaker. And his traptanium are his fists, but he's a robot who is all about, punches and managing the amount of energy he has. And so in addition to, doing some really great punches, some ground slams, with sparks of energy flying out, he can also energize himself, doubling his movement and his attack speed, and even changing up what moves he can do. So that ground pound becomes a sweep the floor maneuver. And so from there, we're going to bring in Snapshot, who's our other starter pack character. And so he is
Croc and roll.
a pretty skilled bow and arrow master. But what's really cool is his traptanium bow and arrow also double, in addition to as a projectile, as almost a sword. And so you can charge it up and slam it down. And then from there, we're going to bring in our golden lion with a heat shield, Wildfire.
Bringing the heat.
And so Wildfire has great combos using this big red shield, which he can use to spin around. But then he's also able to breathe fire and create these fire claws, which will pull enemies toward him, so that he can get great melee damage up close.
Your next challenge awaits you, Portal Master. Talk to Flynn.
And then lastly, we have Wollop, who has these two massive traptanium hammers. And he's all about that, downward pounding damage. But what's really cool is you mash it enough, he'll throw a bit of a tantrum, speeding up his attack. But he can also use them as projectiles, hurling the hammers forward to attack enemies. And then in addition to Wollop, we don't have her playable here at the show, but we wanted to show off, this is Gear Shift, and she is a female trap master of the tech element, And what's really cool about her is that she has this giant gear, and like the name kind of suggests, that she can shift between different states of attack. And so she can use this gear in a bunch of different ways by shifting it into different pieces, and we'll be showing more of her later.
Thanks, Lou. It's great to see all those Skylanders, Trap Masters, core characters. And what we're going to do next, in our next episode, is press on to look at the traps in detail and look in each and every one of those trap villains that we've got at E3. So subscribe to the channel, we'll let you know when that's up. But keep on following for more Skylanders Trap Team E3 news and videos on Family Gamer TV.